I'm looking at a 40-year chart of the price of gold to the price of palladium, and it forms this very beautiful cycle. This is one of the cleanest ones I've ever seen. I hope to do some mathematical analysis on it. And what's really beautiful is that here we have the Ford Motor Company trying to corner the market in palladium. Right now we have China with their the auto industry buying palladium, and it forms this beautiful pyramid. I distinctly remember that point because my dad had a coworker who had gotten laid off and took a job at the Ford Motor Company, and then not long after that there was a debacle of Ford Motor Company trying to buy palladium, and so for a long time he didn't want to hear about investing in precious metals. It had become a curse to him because it held him back in his career. And you got to remember, this was the early 2000s. Everybody was excited about the stock market and all that. And I distinctly remember my dad and his dad often getting together to discuss the stock market. And I developed a close friendship with his son. And his son and I used to do really stupid things. We would go to the fireplace and burn things, and it drove my mom crazy. So I had some good times with him. Oh, another time I had gone to their home, and this was back in the days of dial-up internet, and I decided to prank them by changing the settings on their computer so that when they would try to dial up to the internet, it would call 911 instead of the modem the phone number for the modem. And I left it like that. And a couple days later, when my friend tried to connect to the internet, the police showed up at his home. So a lot of good memories, except that his dad had some struggles in his career. I think he ended up working there through the entire palladium debacle. But fast forward 20 years later, and here we are again. And so this is good for gold, bad for palladium. But, of course, you guys all know what I love instead of gold, right? Platinum. Okay, so gold is undervalued relative to palladium. Now look at how overvalued gold is relative to platinum. We have the same 20-year cycle again, if we can zoom out a little bit. There we go, down 10 years and up 10 years. Now 20 years is kind of interesting because it also has astrological significance. Every 20 years, Jupiter and Saturn come into conjunction. So it now appears that when Jupiter and Saturn are close to one another, you should buy platinum, and when they're 180 degrees opposite of each other, you should buy palladium.